He should use this opportunity to forgive Gunna, because I'm listening to the convo, as I was listening to the convo with Banks, it seems like, Thug has I hate calling him Thug. Jeff has a lot of understanding towards everyone else and why they cop please. But, with Gunna, he took it a lot more personal. Also, because I think of how Gunna might have handled it when he came home. He specifically said Gunna wasn't looking out for his mom. And he just felt like Gunna wasn't there for him the way he should have been.
Yes, but also, too, he talked a lot about the fact that the other pleas only happened because, according to Thug,
Gunna.
Yes, because when Gunna switched the conversation about what YSL was, everybody basically had to get out of Dodge. So, it would have more weight on it.
That was that conversation when he said, yes, ma'am, when he was like, is YSL a gang?
Yes,
ma'am.
Yes. And if you guys remember when all of that was happening back then, it was like one after the other, like one plea after the other. Right. But Young Thug broke it down and said, well, Gunna's plea happened first, and they just basically had to do that.
They were trying to the narrative that YSL was a gang wasn't what they wanted.
Yeah.
Correct. But he said Gunna
was the first to
confirmed it.
Yes, that it was a gang.
And you would have thought that the attorneys were having conversations. He said they were to a certain extent, but Gunna was like on an island by himself. Now, in the next hour, because there's just a little bit more I want to get to, because we've been having also a lot of conversations about how Atlanta is in shambles right now, right? Mm-hmm. They seem so divided, and we don't know Atlanta to be that. I think Big Bank did a really good job also of having a real OG conversation with Thug about why all this needs to stop and how we move on. So we're going to button it up with that at the top of the next hour when we come back.
Great job, Banks, man.
Yeah, amazing.
Phenomenal.
Amazing job. I think also, too, we got to remember, Thug signed in 2012, 2013. I'm a Stoner came out in 2014. So the fact that we still having these street conversations 5 years later, 10 years later, that's the problem. We have to know. That's the problem. We have to get to a place where we get out the streets. Like when we say the streets is whack, the streets is corny, right? Because it leads to nowhere.
Well, they tried to have that. Big Bank tried to have that conversation,
and that's just not Atlanta.
No,
that's everywhere.
They had that conversation, and I thought they had it very well. But I'm just telling you, the hardest thing for men to say to other men is, "You hurt my feelings." Straight up. Once you say that, once you tell somebody, "Yo, you hurt my feelings," then y'all can have a real honest conversation about that. That's all therapy teaches you how to do, is to open up, be vulnerable, and communicate. You don't know how to communicate.